Most leaders want to learn how to communicate more effectively because they're often trying to educate and inspire others in their communities. Over the years, I've learned a few things and developed some skills to transform words into powerful communications. Today, I want to share a few ideas with you. I think you'll discover new ways to make your own communication more effective. So let's get started. Talk. Leaders are always talking to others in their community. Why? Because they believe that when people are educated and inspired, social problems get solved. But I wonder, do our words always communicate? Are we getting the kind of results that we want? Let's try an experiment. I'm going to read two descriptions of world hunger. You decide which one is more effective. Here's the first. The vast majority of hungry people live in developing countries which saw a 42% reduction in the prevalence of undernourished people. Now here's the second. I'll never forget the look on the mother's face when her family gathered at the table. She had nothing to offer. The little ones, they picked at yesterday's crumbs. Which one is more effective? Why, of course, it's the second. It puts a picture in your mind. It tells a story. We feel the anguish of the mother, don't we? Human minds are curious. They are constantly working through stories. We tell ourselves an internal story every day. It's what gives our life meaning. If something new happens today, we're likely to say, yes, I remember a time when, and we tell ourselves a story. Stories connect us with others through feelings. A good story will trigger feelings in another person. They get inspired, they want to take an action because, they want to be part of the story too. Even a short glimpse of a story can trigger a feeling. They sat at a bare table picking at yesterday's crumbs. You see what I mean? Oh, I know. I can hear some people saying, what about facts and figures? Aren't statistics important to leadership communication? Well, sure they are. Quite frankly, you have to have financial reports. You'll need a system to record participation numbers. You'll want to know demographics and facts about your own particular social issue. They're all important, but when compared to a story, facts are weak. People are not attracted to Excel spreadsheets. They're not going to remember statistical analysis, are they? But if you say these almost magical words, let me tell you a story, you'll soon grab everyone's attention. I want to encourage you to learn more about stories and begin to find ways to use stories in your own leadership communication. There is absolutely nothing more powerful than a good story. Now, here's a tip to help. Start noticing stories and story language in your everyday life. How are other people using stories to communicate? Then begin thinking, how might I use stories in my own work? Maybe in recruiting volunteers or communicating with staff. Maybe a story to include in a report, on the next funding proposal. Make your own list on ways that you can use stories and story language in your work. Write it down in a notebook and discover all the ways that you can use stories in your work. And maybe you'll include it in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you. And then here's a second tip. Start connecting facts with stories. For every fact that you have, add a story. Fact and story. Story and fact. Bring them both together. You know, next time we're going to look at common mistakes that are made when storytelling, so you won't want to miss it. And I'll be looking in the meantime for your comments below. I'm Judd Dolphin, and this is Leadership for Social Change. Here you're going to find ideas, new ideas to use in your own leadership. Thanks for watching.